D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I saw Masters of the Universe Revelation, and I thought I'd give you my thoughts on it. But before I get started on that, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine usually get pushed to the back of the line. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So why don't we get started on my review for this show? Now, I just want to say real quick, so as far as the fandoms go, myself as a He-Man fan, I believe in every fandom there's levels, you know, and I'm not saying one level is better than anybody else. I'm just saying there are levels and there's different types of fans. So when it comes to He-Man, my level of fandom is this. I had some of the action figures, not all of them, because I wasn't like overwhelmingly huge, and most of them were from the 2002 TV show, because I really liked those designs and stuff, especially the Sorceress. I really liked hers. But I had some of the action figures. I still have the original show and the 2002 show on DVD and everything. And then I did read some of the comic books, not a bunch of them, like a handful, like 12 of them, I think. They're somewhere in that closet. And you can't see it. Not that one. It's over here. Anyways, so I do have some of the comic books, but not an overall. So that's my level of fandom. So am I a fan? Yes, I do like it. But I'm not like, I know some people are like, they are like hardcore fans. So that's the level of fandom that I'm coming at you with this, because we're going to talk about some controversy in a minute. Now, prepare for this. I did watch a couple of episodes. I watched 10 episodes. I went online and I found like fan favorite episodes and everything. I can't remember what the title was called, but I looked that up and then I went through and I watched those episodes. And I'm leaving you. I will leave of the list over here, so you can, if you want to check those out too, you can. Those episodes that I watched from the original series. Now, the original series isn't bad. I do like the 2002 one better. I feel like in the 2002 one, we got more backstory with certain characters and we got a little better stuff. Plus, I think the animation is better. Now, with the original one, like I said, it's not bad. It's definitely for kids, but I have to say, one of the episodes that I watched from the original series, I watched these with my kids because I was like, you know, I want to see what my kids think of this. Because I watched Revelation and they were in the room with me. Now, with the original series, we watched one episode because I was like, oh, I remember it just being like Skeletor be like, I've got you, He-Man. And I'm all like, this, you know, but my daughter got scared on this episode called Evil Seed. And it's like this plant-like villain, and he like creates all these vines and Eternia and everything. But my daughter got scared, and I was like, is this scary for children? She's 5, so maybe it was a little too much for her and everything. But she got scared on this episode. Like, she was like, I'm scared and everything. And I was like, okay, we'll shut it off. And I had to shut it off that episode and go to a different one. And then I came back to it and everything. So I think that so before I went into this, I saw the teaser trailer, and I thought, and you can check that out up here in the iCard section if you want to see my reaction to that. And I thought it looked good, and the animation in this, and I'll talk about that, is very good. But I thought it looked good, and I was like, you know, whatever. Then I heard about the rumors of how this show is really going down. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, I'll still check it out. I do, because it looks good. And I saw the original, and I saw the trailer, and the trailer looked fine and everything. But I didn't have time to react to that one. Anyways, so then this controversy came out, and I just want to touch on that a little bit. Kevin Smith, this YouTube, and I won't go into all of it, but Kevin, long story short, Clownfish Media or Clownfish TV, it's a YouTube channel. They put out a rumor that they had heard, or something they had heard. This was, you know, basically what they had heard about the show, that it was about Teela. He-Man dies. I think that's what they said. I can't remember everything. Please don't get mad at me if I leave something out. All this stuff. And then Kevin Smith basically said they were lying. And I get that because this was like a year before the show came out. And I get Kevin Smith's position on that. Of course, you're going to lie because you don't want your show to get ruined and everything. And that part I get. Okay. But then once the show comes out, you just go back. I would, you know, in Comfish TV, if they ever said anything, you just go back like, hey, listen, you guys, I don't have anything against you, but I had to lie and say you guys were lying because it's my show and I didn't want you guys to ruin it and everything. If you would have done that, that's fine. But Kevin Smith did the wrong thing. He attacked. He attacked fans. He attacked Clownfish TV. He attacked everybody, and that's wrong. I don't think that you should actively attack another YouTuber because listen, we're all trying to get out here and put our opinions out there. And I personally think that if you are somebody on YouTube and you're putting your face out there, it's kind of brave in my opinion. And I think that for him to go on the offense and just attack is wrong. And he's wrong for that. Plus, I think that him and from what I understand, Clownfish TV didn't bring it back up. He brought it back up. He's the one that keeps bringing it up in interviews and everything and on the after show and everything. So he's the one keeping this going. So shame on you for that because, you know, this could have been swept under the rug. Yeah, people being like, lie, yeah, you lied. But you can be like, listen, I lied to save my show so it didn't get spoiled. So you like if you fault me for that, then you're kind of a douche because of course I don't want my show to get spoiled. And like I said, I would totally understand Kevin Smith if he came back and said, listen, yes, I did lie. I admit to that. But so now I want to talk about the review. Everybody's saying that it's getting review bombed. I want to say this right now, and I'll talk about it more. I didn't really care for this. The story kind of sucked. So I just want to tell you right now, after this review, after I get done recording this, I'm going to go put a Rotten Tomato on Rotten Tomatoes. And it's not because I'm mad at Kevin Smith or they didn't give me the He-Man that I want. I thought this was boring. It took me some time to get through all 5 half-hour episodes of this show. So I am not review bombing it. And if you're one of these people that writes these articles that say it's getting review bombed, fuck you. I'm not review bombing. I'm telling you it's not good. Rotten Tomatoes is not that great of a website either because you can either say it's rotten or it's fresh. And for me, I go, it's rotten. I'm not giving it a fresh. Forget that. So if you're one of these people that's like, it's getting review bombed, you're stupid, straight up stupid. I'd say that to your face because you're not very smart. Okay. So now let me get into my review. Okay. Story-wise, like I said, it's really boring. I mean, He-Man and Skeletor are gone. The magic is leaving Eternia. I kind of found that interesting. And I also kind of found the technology part of it was coming through. I always liked the technology, the mixture of technology and magic. I always like that concept in any type of show. I think it's very interesting and I would have liked to seen it. And I liked seeing the fact that the magic was leaving the Eternia because of the swords being taken away. And I liked that the technology part was coming through. I liked that concept, but other than that, they didn't take it anywhere. It was boring. Like I said before, I had to get through. I was like, by the time I got to episode 4, I was just like, oh, can we hurry this up? I am not happy with this show. It's boring. I had more fun watching the old 2002, the original series, the 10 episodes I watched, than I did watching this whole 5 episodes. Like I was just like, this is not, I'm so bored. So in talking about that, I want to get into it a little bit more with the characters. And I'm not going to go through every single character, but I just want to talk about them. Okay. Chris Wood is Prince Adam and He-Man. It was fine. I mean, he died. I mean, they put out stuff in part 2 that just hold off because he's probably not really dead. That's fine too. I don't know. He-Man was just very much a back character in my opinion. And we'll talk about it more when we get to the other characters. Skeletor also. I thought it was clever that Skeletor hid in Evil-Lyn's little staff thingy. I thought that was clever. It's totally a Skeletor move. He would do that. But I mean, other than that, I mean, and then when the big reveal at the end that he becomes Skelegod, I mean, that was fine too. I'm interested in seeing where they go with that. But I mean, whatever. Duncan, Man at Arms. I don't know why he, got banished. That I don't understand why any of them got banished because the king was, I'm sorry, I'm going into a little bit more. The king is all like, everybody lied to me and my son is now dead and everything. You're all banished. Man at Arms, you're fired and everything. And then Teela's all like, I'm mad. Nobody told me my best friend was He-Man. I'm like, yo, you stupid bitch. You couldn't figure that out? Like, stop it. Stop it. He-Man and Adam he just looks like Adam, but with big muscles and a small head. Like, stop it. You knew, and you just didn't want to. His cat Cringer became Battle Cat. How many green tigers are running around Eternia? Hold on. I'll wait because there's only one. Okay. So you couldn't put 2 and 2 together, you stupid bitch. Okay. So stop it. And she's all like, I'm mad. I quit. I'm leaving and everything. And you're like, fine. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Evil-Lyn was fine. I liked it when she took her helmet off and she let her hair down in the wind. That was super fun. And you know, Lena Headey, I like her. She's great and everything. I'm trying to think of Orko. I was kind of bummed when Orko died. That's another thing. Kevin Smith was all like, you know, the original series, nobody died. So what was it all for? But then like he killed, He-Man. Yeah. Okay. He killed He-Man and Skeletor, kind of, not really, but he got rid of them right off the bat. And I'm like, okay, fine. But then you killed like Moss Man and Roboto. And I'm all like, okay, I don't care about these characters. Like, I don't care. I was like, I just don't care about these 2 characters. And like, and then it was like, okay, you know, you killed some minor characters, big whoop. And then he had some other characters in there that show up, but and Orko, I was bummed about that he killed Orko because I liked Orko, and Orko was probably the best part of this show, just because like I liked his cliche speech about how in the end it's all about friends. Like, he was losing his memory of their battles and their missions together, and in the end it's all about memories and friends and friendship, and that's what it's really all about and everything. And I was like, yeah, that's cliche, but I did like it. And then when he sacrifices himself, you know, or whatever. And that's another thing that really bothered me about the show. Teela's all pissed off that she was lied to, but she wasn't mourning the death of her best friend, Prince Adam. And I'm all like, that's so stupid. It's so stupid. You're all hung up on the angry part when you should be sad that your friend just died and he sacrificed himself to save Eternia. Teela's annoying. She's annoying in this show. I don't care for her at all in this. Like I said, you know, and Scareglow, I mean, like, that was fine, but like, I was just like, I don't care. And like her fear, what was her fear in hell? I don't remember the name of it. What was her fear in hell? That she was afraid she was too badass? Like, get out of here with that nonsense. You and your girlfriend can go fuck yourselves. Like, seriously though, I would love to see that. Like, them scissoring, I would love to see that. No joke. And then, and then when they went to heaven, it was fun to see all the cameos of like Hero and like Lundar. And then, who else did we see? Oh, we saw Stinkor. I like seeing all of those were interesting to see. I did like seeing them. I was bummed that the sorceress gave up her powers, but I got why, and I got why Man-at-Arms didn't go with them to heaven and hell. Or, you know, all that stuff. I got that because he needed all that stuff was fine. But at the end of so part 2, and I'll get into the conclusion of what I want to say about that. But part 2, will I watch it? Yes, mostly because it's like, if this was a movie, you can't say you've seen something if you haven't watched the whole thing. And the first one was 2.5 hours because it was five half-hour episodes. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna watch part 2 because I do want to see what happens. I'm like, I am curious. If you don't watch it, I totally get that also, because at the end of the day, I was all like, this was kind of boring, and it did take me some time to get through because more action. The animation in this show is fantastic. You know, I love the animation in the show. Keep up this kind of animation. I think this is Powerhouse. I think that's the name of the dude. They did what was the god? Blood of Zeus. That show is excellent, and that animation is fantastic. Also, Castlevania, they did Castlevania. Fantastic. Love Castlevania. The animation in that is superb. Voice acting wise, everybody did pretty good. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I don't know, like, she was okay as Teela is my biggest problem with the show, and she's the main character of this show, so that's the thing. In conclusion, this is what I want to say about this show. In conclusion, who is this show for? Okay. because I mentioned that I watched the original series with my kids. I also watched this with my kids in the room because I was like, okay, if this is for, because they were like, it's for adults, but I was watching it and I was like, they do have some blood splatter and stuff, but I was like, I mean, like, it wasn't so much so that I was just like my daughter wasn't scared of this show. But I can tell you right now, my kids did not care. They did not care about this show. And usually my kids are really good about watching cartoons and stuff like this, but they didn't care. So if it's not for kids and it's for adults, who is it for? Is it for the people that really love the original one? I like like I told you, my level of fandom, I would say I was a lover of the original series, but this one was so boring that I'm just like, after season 1, I'm not going to watch a season 2. I'll tell you that. I don't care enough to watch season 2, but I do think that I do feel like I should finish this story. But is it for new fans? And it can be for new fans. But who are you going for? Like the girls? Girls don't watch shit like this. I can tell you that right now. She-Ra, sure, they would watch that because that animation style and the story was different. This story, I feel like was really boring. And like, I don't know if it speaks to young females or females in general. But yeah, this show, who is this show for? Because I didn't feel like it was for me and everything. I kind of regret watching it, but I'm not bummed that I watched it. It was just boring. So I'm going to end it right here because right now I'm just ranting and everything. So tell me, what did you guys think about Masters of the Universe Revelation? Did you like it? Did you not like it? As far as the controversy goes, I don't care, but Kevin Smith does need to take a step back and ask himself what he's doing to his credibility and himself. And he needs to apologize to that those clownfish people, because, what he did to them was unfair. And like I said before, don't attack other YouTubers. I know people might not consider him a YouTuber, but he posts videos of him crying all the time. So you're a YouTuber, and I'm not judging him for crying. I cry at stuff too. I'm just saying, you're putting yourself out there. These people are putting themselves out there, and you're judging them for it because you didn't like that they spoiled your show a year before it came out. Shame on you, Kevin Smith. Shame on you indeed. But other than that, I mean, the show's, like I said, it's fine. So tell me what you guys thought about the show. Did you like the show? Did you not like this show? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. This is streaming on Netflix now. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. You can, I won't mind if you do that. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next review. You guys have a good day. Bye.